Good day, everyone. Today we will be discussing lesson 4 from business plan to funding the venture. So this lesson consists of four topics. First is source of capital, informal risk capital, venture capital, and going to public. My name is Mariandra S. de Maala, and today I will be discussing an important topic in business and entrepreneurship, which is source of capital. So before we proceed to our discussion, I have here one question first. So, saan nga ba nanggagaling yung pera na ginagamit natin para magsimula ng isang business? Okay? So, a business needs capital not only to start in operation, but also to continue operating and meet its financial needs and eventually grow or expand. So in this presentation, I will first explain what capital and funding mean. Then I will discuss 8 different sources of capital, including their advantages and disadvantages. After that, I will compare the sources and summarize the key points that entrepreneur needs to remember. So let us begin by understanding what capital and funding mean. So let's now proceed. So what is capital of or what is capital or funding? So let's begin with the meaning of capital. So capital means it refers to the financial sources that business uses to start, operate, and expand. So to simply put, capital is the money or financial resources needed to run a business. So for example, when starting a business, an entrepreneur may need money to buy equipment, materials, inventory, livestock, or suppliers. So they may also need money to construct facilities, pay employees, and cover other operating expenses. So meanwhile, fundings refers to the process of obtaining these financial resources from different resources or from different sources. So it's important to understand that there is no single source of capital that is best for every business. Okay? So the right choice depends on several factors, so such as type and size of business, the amount and the money needed, and the level of risk, the ability to repay, and whether the owner is willing to share the ownership. Okay, so that is why understanding different sources of capital is important. So the financing decision can affect the financial stability, ownership, control, and long-term success of a business. So let us now move on the different sources of capital. So we have here 8 sources. Okay, so I will discuss 8 sources of capital, which are first is personal sources, second is equity funding, the third one is bank loan, fourth venture capital, and fifth is angel investor, and number 6 is crowdfunding, seven is government funding, and lastly is mutual funding. So let's now first discuss the personal sources of capital. So it is the first sources. So personal capital refers to the person's or entrepreneur own. Okay, just for a while. Okay. So personal capital refers to the person or entrepreneur own money that is used to start a business. So sariling pera nung nagsisimula ng negosyo. So for example, yun sa amin, dun sa business na ginagawa namin na piggery, ang source of capital namin is personal source. So pera talaga namin. So we have here advantage and disadvantage of uh, personal sources of capital. So one major advantage is that the owner does not need to pay the interest. So there is no obligation to repay another person or financial institution. Mostly important, the entrepreneur can maintain full control and ownership of the business. However, there are also disadvantage. So the amount of capital may be limited kasi nga yun lang yung perang meron ka. And also, there is a risk of losing personal money if the business fail. So, halimbawa, kung hindi kami tumubo ngayon dun sa negosyo namin or nalugi kami, wala yung pera namin mismo. And as well as, yung personal savings is invested to the business, so wala talaga yung money. So, the owner may have less money available for personal needs or emergencies. So overall, personal capital is often suitable for small businesses and startups, especially when entrepreneur wants to maintain complete control. So mas applicable lang yung personal source of capital ay dun lang sa mga nagsisimula pa lang, sa mga maliliit na businesses pa lang. Kasi halimbawa, kung magsisimula ka lang naman ng 100,000, like for example, pero kung 100 million agad, ay 1 million agad ang kailangan mo. So, pwede naman kung mayaman. So, ayan. So, let's now proceed with the number 2. So, equity of funding. So, equity of funding refers to or equity funding happens when investor provides money to a business in exchange for partial ownership or share of the company. So, unlike a traditional loan, the business generally does not have to make fixed monthly payments to repay the investment. Instead, the investor becomes part of the business. Okay? So, halimbawa, yung sa equity funding, halimbawa, ako, di ba may business ako, tapos meron akong hihiraman. So, instead na magbigay siya or magkameron ng malaking tubo, ang gagawin na lang is magkakameron na lang siya ng share. Yan na. So, there are also advantage and disadvantage. So, one advantage of equity funding is that there is no generally fixed monthly loan repayment. So, hindi ka magbabayad ng monthly repayment. So, it can also provide a large amount of capital, especially for business expansion. So, another advantage is that investor may provide more than just a money. So, they can also contribute knowledge, experience, and business connection. Kasi nga may iba ka na. Para ang nangyayari dito is meron kang business partner. So, however, the biggest disadvantage is that the entrepreneur has to give up parts of ownership. Okay, so this may also mean that important business decisions have to be shared with the investor. So, future profit may also need to be shared. So, equity funding is appropriate for businesses that need substantial capitals and are willing to share ownership in exchange for investment. Okay, let's proceed with the third source, which is a bank loan. So, ano nga ba pag sinabing bank loan? So, from the word itself, bank. So, siya po ay galing sa bangko. So, a bank loan is a money borrowed from a bank, a financial institution that must be repaid over an agreed period, usually with interest. So, business commonly use bank loans to purchase equipment, construct facilities, buy inventory, or finance expansion. So, for example, nag-business ka, so manghihiram ka ng 500,000 sa isang bangko para meron kang pangbili ng mga equipment, pangbayad sa mga tauhan mo, something like that. And also, meron naman ulit itong mga advantage and disadvantage. So, one of the major advantage of bank loan is that the business can obtain relatively large amount of capital. So, malaki ang mauutang mo. So, another advantage is that the owner does not have to give up ownership of the business. However, there are also a disadvantage. So the borrowed money must be repaid and business also has to pay interest. So babayaran mo na nga yung inutang mo, may interest pa siya. Siyempre, dahil sa bangko pa ng utang. So, the bank may require the entrepreneur to meet the certain qualification, such as the ability to repay the loan. Meron silang strict requirements. Kasi sino ba naman ang magpapautang na basta-basta lang, okay? So in some cases, collateral may be also required. So if a business cannot repay the loan, it may experience serious financial problem and could risk losing the collateral or kung ano ba yung isinanla mo. So therefore, bank loans are generally more suitable for businesses that have stable cash flow and ability to make regular payments. Okay, so let's now proceed to the next one. The fourth one is venture capital. So ano nga ba pag sinabing venture capital? So venture capital means it refers to investment provided by professional investment firm or investors to business that have high growth potential. So it is commonly associated with startup technology companies and innovative businesses. So venture capitalists usually invest in exchange for equity or ownership in the company. So they may also provide management expertise, strategic device, valuable industry connection. So for example, imagine uh, a technology startup with a promising product, just like in this slide. So the startup could receive 10 million from a venture capital firm to develop its product and expand it to new market. So the main advantage of venture capital is that it can provide a significant amount of funding. All right. So the investors may also provide professionalism or professional knowledge and connection that help the business grow faster. So, however, there are also disadvantage. So, the ownership usually has to give up parts of the company. So, pwedeng kunin nila yung share. Okay, so but it still depends on their pag-uusap. So, the investor may also have influence over important business decisions. So, kaya hindi lang kay owner yung decision. So, lagi niyang i-consider yung sa mga investors. So, another important point is that venture capital is generally more suitable for businesses with strong growth potential rather than ordinarily small businesses. So, venture capital is particularly useful for innovative businesses that have potential to expand rapidly. Okay, so let's now proceed with the number 5. And the fifth source is angel investor. So an angel investor is usually individual who uses their own money to invest a business. So usually a startup or early age company. So in exchange, the investor may receive ownership or another form of financial return. So many angels investor are experienced entrepreneur or business professionals. Okay. So because of this, they can provide more than just financial support. So for example, an experienced entrepreneur may invest 1 million in a new uh, restaurant and also give advice about marketing, operation, and business management. So one advantage is that angel investor can provide capital during the early stage of the business. Okay, so they can also provide valuable advice, experience, and business connection. So, however, the entrepreneur may need to give parts of the ownership. So, the business investor or is investor may also have some influence over the business decision. So another challenge is finding an angel investor who is willing to invest and who is good fit for the business. So Angel investors can be valuable because they provide not just only the money, but also the knowledge, experience, and connection. Number 6 is crowdfunding. So, crowdfunding means it is a method of raising capital by collecting largely small amount of money from large number of people. So, it is usually through online platforms. So, in this approach, entrepreneurs present their business idea, their product, and project to the public and encourage people to contribute. So, for example, so an entrepreneur may want to develop an environmentally friendly product, just like this one. So the eco-friendly product. So instead of getting a bank loan, the entrepreneur could launch an online crowdfunding campaign and receive a small contribution from hundreds of supporters. Okay? So kahit maliliit lang yung ibigay nila, pero kung madami naman sila, edi malaking bagay. So one advantage of crowdfunding is that it allows entrepreneur to reach many potential supporters. It can also help create awareness about the product or the business. So another benefit is that it can help entrepreneur test whether people are actually interested in their product before investing a large amount of money. So parang trial. So however, there is no guarantee that uh, funding goal will be reached. Okay? So a successful crowdfunding campaign also requires effective marketing and communication. So depending on the type of crowdfunding, contribution may receive rewards, repayment, or ownership. Okay? So, therefore, crowdfunding can be useful for entrepreneurs who have innovative ideas and can effectively promote their project to the public. Next that we have is second to the last, government funding. So, government funding refers to financial assistance provided by the government agencies to support businesses and entrepreneurs, a specific industry or economic development program. So this assistance can come in different forms, so such as grants, subsidies, loans, and other financial subsidies, loans, and other financial assistance program. So for example, kung nagsisimula ka pa lang ng business, pwede kang maka-receive ng assistance from government para makabili ka ng, halimbawa, this sa example na ito, para makabili ka ng mga machines na pwede mong gamitin sa pagsasaka. Just like that. So one major advantage is that one government program provide grants that do not need to be repaid. Okay, so hindi na kailangan bayaran. So government loans may also offer favorable terms compared with some commercial financing options. So government funding can also help support small businesses and industry that are important to economic development. However, again, there are also disadvantages. So applicants usually need to meet a specific qualification. Kasi lagi naman ganun, di ba? So the application process may take place and available funding may be limited and competitive. So the government funding can be available or again, I'm so sorry. So government funding can be valuable source of capital for businesses that qualify for programs supporting entrepreneurship, employment, agriculture, innovation, or economic development. And lastly, we have here mutual funding. So, mutual funding refers to financial arrangements where two or more individuals contribute financial resources towards a shared business objective. So, to simply put, people combine their money and resources to establish or finance a business together. Mutual. So, for example, meron kayong 5 magkakaibigan. Pagpalagay na kayo tig 50,000. So, yun. Makakabuo kayo ng 250,000 para makapagsimula ng isang business. Okay, so ang pinakang unang advantage nito is that financial burden is shared among the participants. Okay? So, dun sa 5, share kayo ng responsibility. So, the members can also combine their money, skills, knowledge, and expertise or experience. So, however, disagreement may occur when it comes to business decisions. So, profits and responsibility also need to be shared. And if the member do not communicate properly or clearly define their responsibilities, conflict may arise. Okay? So therefore, a mutual funding can be useful when individuals are willing to combine their resources and work together towards a common goal. So that's it. So we have 8. So now that we have discussed the 8 sources, let's now compare them. So first, personal capital. So it comes directly from business owner. So it allows the owner to maintain full control, but the amount may be limited. Okay? Second, equity funding. So it comes from investor. So it usually does not involve fixed loan repayment, but the owner has to share ownership and possibly decision making. Third is bank loan. So it comes from bank or financial institution. So the entrepreneur keeps on ownership of the business, but the borrowed money must be repaid with interest. 4 is venture capital. So it comes from professional investment firm. So it can provide a large amount of money, of funding and expertise, but the entrepreneur usually give up parts of ownership and control. Fifth is angel investor. So uh, there are individuals who invest their own money. So usually in startups. So aside from funding, they may also provide advice, experience, and business connection. 6 is crowdfunding. So it involves collecting relatively small contribution from many people. So depending on the type. So contributors may receive rewards, repayment, or ownership. So 7 is government funding. So it came from government agency. It can take the form of grants, subsidies, loans, or other financial assistance depending on the program. And finally, mutual funding. So it involves 2 or more individual combining their financial resources. So the participants share the responsibilities, benefits, and risk based on their agreement. So as we can see, each sources of capital has different effects on ownership, uh, control, repayment, and risk and business growth. So let's now proceed to the conclusion. So to conclude, capital is very important repayment. One more time. So capital is very important requirement for starting, operating and expanding a business. So entrepreneurship have many choices when it comes to obtaining financial resources, and each source has its own advantages, disadvantages, risk, and requirements. Okay? So personal capital provides greater control over the business. So iyo lang yung business na yun. While equity funding, venture capital, and angel investment can provide substantial resources, but they may require the entrepreneur to share ownership. So magkakameron sila ng share din sa company mo. And kapag naman bank loan, it allows entrepreneur to maintain ownership. Iyo lang. Pero magkakameron ka naman or they also create repayment obligation plus with interest. Meanwhile, ang crowdfunding, government funding, and mutual funding provide alternative ways of financing depending on the needs and situation of the business. And ultimately, choosing the right choice of capital should be based only on how much can be obtained. Okay? So, magkano lang ba yung kayang i-obtain? So, entrepreneurs should also consider their financial needs, of course, risk tolerance, ownership preference, repayment capacity, and long-term business goals. So, a carefully planned business strategy can help a business maintain financial stability, manage risk, and achieve sustainable growth. And that concludes my presentation on resources of capital. So that's conclude again. So that's conclude my presentation on sources of capital. So thank you very much for listening.